Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Latinx Now, where we take a look at the top entertainment news stories through the Latin lens. I'm Christian Acosta.
And I'm Claudia Vergara.
And I'm Nastassja Bolivar.
Yes, well, today we have an awesome interview for you. Well, actually, Claudia Vergara did the interview, so we know
Yes,
it's
yes, I did.
awesome. And it's even more awesome because it's with Steve Aoki. Actually, I just had a live Instagram happy hour with Steve Aoki last week. We talked about his mom, how she just comes over unannounced to his house. I love that. And I know many of us have had a chance to talk to Steve. You too, Naz, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember during one of our award shows, he came by, and I remember he still owes me a comic of myself to be a Latina on one of his comic books, okay?
True.
I'm just saying.
And Cloud, what did he tell you?
All the things. And he's super nice. He's like so chill, so I love him. He's really nice. He's really, really nice.
Yeah. All right, why don't we take a look at the interview then? Cool?
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look.
Well, we have Steve Aoki right here, right now with us. Welcome to Latinx Now. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, how has this quarantine been treating you? Like during the self-isolation, have you found inspiration maybe to like making music? Has it been harder or has it been easier?
You know what? Honestly, it's been easier for me because I'm home all the time. So I found my rhythm of being home. And when I'm touring, because I tour like 250 shows a year before pre-quarantine, I would have to be in the studio to work on songs like in a rush. But now I just have all this time. I finished my album already. And I'm doing tons of live streams. Like yesterday, I did a live stream with
Neon Dinner?
Maluma. Yes, feature dinner with Maluma.
That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm enjoying my time and connecting with friends and making music and
making the best out of it. That's always good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what you were saying, you hosted the Neon Dinner yesterday with Maluma, with Nick Carter, will.i.am, everyone. So like, where did that idea of like a virtual dinner came about?
Yes, yeah. So I 15 days before my album came out, Neon Future 4 just dropped in April 3rd. I was like, how do I get involved with the fans now? I don't have the shows. So then I was dropping brand new songs on IG Live and then also talking with the artists I worked on the songs with. So I was doing that already, just like, hey, what's up? Whoever I was doing the song with and getting that interaction with the fans. And then after the album dropped, I was like, I still want to do interviews with other artists on Neon Future 4 that the songs are out, like Maluma and will.i.am and Agnes Mo and Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys and so forth. So I was like, you know what? It makes sense to just get them all in a room and we could just kind of talk, and have fun with that. And I called up Maluma. I'm like, hey, I actually want to do, I want to do an interview with you, talk about the song maybe, but I think it'd be cool if we get like a bunch of artists from the album and sit down and talk about what our lives are like,
That's so cool. Now that we're talking about Maluma, I know like you guys did Maldad. So you've mentioned before that it took you guys like years to make sure that it was like a hit for both of your genres. So how was that whole process with working with Maluma? Why did it take so long? Like how was it?
I think the reason why it wasn't like necessarily the song making took so long. It was it took us a long time to make sure we found the right song, and so we go back and forth all the time. And it's like I'm like, yo, check this out, check out this idea, and he'll be like, he'd sing something on it, or he would say like, yo, let's hear something else, or and it's like a constant communication with Maluma to get to that flute sample. Yeah, the flute sample, and then he loved that flute sample, and then we went from that to start building the drums out, and then it was just it was naturally easy to get to where we wanted to go at that point.
That's so cool. Well, I know that your album has like 27 tracks that feature Moombaton, reggaeton, pop, trap, everything. So for you being an EDM artist, like what's the process you take to like find out that perfect beat or that perfect sound to create like your music?
Everything, I mean, especially this album, and when I think of the Neon Future series, it's all about collaboration, worldwide collaboration. It's each song has its own magic, has its own mystery and energy, and I love that
world.
challenge. I love that challenge of working with a K-pop artist or a Latin artist, or making an EDM record, or working with a scientist. It's just going to add a completely different feeling, and then it makes the album entirely dynamic because there's so many different uh, personalities on the album.
And you're amazing because like doesn't matter who you call up with, like it's Steve Aoki. Like when it's you, it's you. Like everyone knows when you are involved in any song. So that's amazing. And also like you've mentioned that the album is about like a period of time of Steve Aoki. So besides your music, how would you describe that period of time like on your life?
Well, the period of time in my life right now is I'll never forget Neon Future 4 is the quarantine time. It's
For real.
we'll never ever forget this period of
Very
time.
true.
And actually, a really interesting thing that we talked about yesterday, all the artists talked about, because like everyone that was on the phone or that was on the group dinner, we're all touring artists, and one of those big questions is like when are live shows going to happen again? Like when are we going to be able to play in front of our fans and people can go out and do what we love to do, like be part of live entertainment, go to shows. And it's scary how like when that will happen. Might not happen until 2021. Like
For real.
it might not I mean, summer's gone. I think it was hard to swallow that one. It's very difficult to swallow that. I mean, June, July is gone. Maybe August there'll be something. I don't know. I'm hopeful of something sooner, but then you don't want to rush, and then this thing gets worse.
Second wave or something.
Just a tough one to think about, because I love playing shows. It's like what I was born to do. I was saying, 250 shows a year for the past 15 years. I've been touring, all around the world. So being at home is it's just like I'm enjoying it, but it's crazy. It's just weird, But at the same time, I found my rhythm. I found my rhythm here.
Well, okay. Talk to us about working with Lauren Jorge, because I know that she's been releasing a ton of like Latin music and like driving back into her Latin roots. So can we maybe expect like a Spanish song from both of you or something like that?
Yeah, Lauren is she's such a talented artist. One of my favorite to work with. She's got such a stunning voice. Like once she enters the vocal booth and she just starts singing, you're on the floor. Like you just like, oh my God, her voice is amazing. And she's very versatile, and I love that she's getting it. She did a song with Tiny. That song is incredible. I think that song is beautiful.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and yeah, I just like I definitely would love to work with her again. She's a perfectionist as well. So when we're working on our song all night, I mean, we did so many different takes. We're going to the fine little details of every bit of it. Yeah, it was incredible work with her.
That's amazing. Well, I know you've already called out with a lot of Latin artists like Daddy Yankee, Nicky Jam, or Maluma, Lauren. Who is that one Latinx artist that you are dying to call up with, like that you've never called up with before?
Bad Bunny. I would love to work with Bad Bunny. Yeah.
I can see that happening. I can see that like totally.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, everyone loves Bad Bunny, but like, I just love his energy, his vibe. And you could tell, like, you just have the feeling like when he's in the studio, he's just gonna come up with something that you never expect. I always love thinking about artists that are like gonna do something you might think they might do, and then all of a sudden they do something else. Like he seems to be like
Especially now, because like right now he's like in a whole new vibe.
Yeah.
But well, last but not least, I will say one thing. I was stalking you on Instagram and I saw that on your bio, you have a phone number. Is that really your phone number? And like, how does that work?
Yeah.
I need to understand.
Yeah.
Is it really? How
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what do you do
text
with
me.
it? Like, how does it work? Do like
No, I
does
swear.
your phone
Well,
explode every 5 minutes?
well, yeah. So, that number. Don't call that number. I won't pick it up. You could text me on that number. You can text me on that
But
number.
is it
I
yours?
don't know. You know
Like,
what?
do you personally answer to all the texts?
I will text you back. Go ahead.
Okay.
Please text the number. Please text the number right now. I mean, I won't text you back right now, but I'll text you on a call.
I'm shooting with my phone, but the second this interview ends, I'm gonna text you and I'll see.
You better
I'll
text
post
me.
it on social media. I will. I swear I will. I'm gonna see this.
Okay.
I'm gonna see this. How does it work?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Happy quarantining. I hope the best for you. You're amazing. I'm like such a fan, and you are amazing. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye. I told you he was amazing. No, and you know what I love that he told me that he
All the things.
like more all the things, but more than ever now he misses touring so much because like he realized that that's like literally what he was born for, like born to like perform in like huge stages and things. So I was like,
yeah. Right, and we
It was a good
obviously
interview.
love to see him, right? We obviously love to see him performing and all that. And I just personally love how he's so connected to the Latin community. You know, he's got songs with Maluma, Nicky Jam,
Totally.
like it goes on and on and on. And so I'm just like, you know, Steve Aoki, like for us, it's Steve Aoki, you know.
Steve Aoki, total.
I love how our list just keeps getting longer and longer with all these
I love
honorary
it.
Latinos we're adding to it.
Yes,
So
for sure.
you guys don't
for
forget to
sure.
check us out. We're on every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and obviously on
For
Exactly.
Saturday.
free.
Absolutely. And obviously check us out on social media. Follow us at Latinx Now. We're going to be having a lot more interviews like the one you just saw with Steve Aoki and Instagram Live happy hours as well. So stay tuned because we got a lot more, guys. All right. That's it for today. So ciao for
Ciao
now.
for now.
Wow.
Amigos, como pueden ver, estamos practicando el distanciamiento social, pero aquí seguimos conectados con ustedes más que nunca.
Todos los días. No se pueden ni quejar. Les estamos hasta dando live streams en Instagram con todos los mejores celebrities. Así que ya saben.
Así que suscríbanse a nuestro canal. Allá, aquí abajo hay una campana. Just press it. Suscríbanse. I miss you guys.